Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get these updates and these videos as soon as I post them. So today I had a request from a subscriber to ask what kind of line I use on my gear. So I have a few different types of line that I use and a few that I'm going to try that I haven't. So I will be spooling some reels up with that. That might come in a later video. How to spool up a bait caster and how to spool up a spinning reel. So I will save those lines to do that with. But for now, so I'm gonna get right into it because I don't want this to be too crazy long because it's just fishing line. I am a big fan of braided fishing line. I do use different types of line for braid to try myself personally. I have no sponsorship of any of these or anything like that. So this is just personal. This is me trying them out so I can give my feedback to you guys and to others that ask these questions. So I'll get right into it. My favorite braid is moss green. I like 20 pound, 30 pound braid. I do use a lighter braid in other situations, but most of the time it's 20 and 30 pound braid. I like the thickness of it. I like the way it casts. If I go a little higher in 40, 50 pounds, 65 and 80, I just find sometimes it just does not cast as smoothly and as nice because of the diameter of the braid. But I do own some 50 pound and some 65 pound test for bigger fish, bigger reels, things like that. So getting into it, one of the lines that I've been using for a couple years. I do like it, and I'm having a hard time getting more in to find it. So, is the Bass Pro Hyper Braid. This I've been using for a while in 20 and 30 pound test. I also do own it in 50. Now the 50 I have on a bigger reel, bigger rod setup. But moss green, like I say, is my one thing, and my one color, I should say, that I do like. I do have some high vis, which I'll show you here shortly, on a spinning reel and a bait caster. So, but like I say, the Bass Pro Hyper Braid in moss green, that they call it. Let's get this here. Don't know if you'll be able to see very well, but so moss green. Okay, the diameter of it is very nice. Now the nice thing about braid, there's no memory and there's no stretch to it like a mono or a fluorocarbon, where after a certain amount of time you cast it out and you get that ugly coil that comes off your reel, whether it's a bait caster or a spinning rod, especially a spinning rod. Very nasty, and they can cause you some issues and some words that you'll seem to know that you've forgotten about when it messes up on you. The other one that I have been using for a bit is the Suffix X8. Now, at the local tackle shop that I shop at mostly, doesn't have this in stock right now or anymore, but they do have another Suffix line that I will be picking up to give it a shot, which is the Suffix Mix, and it's a mixture of braid with a mono coating over it to give it a little bit smoother of a cast. So I'm going to try that stuff out. I did see it the last time I was there. It has a yellow box with some white and black writing on it, so I'm going to pick some of that up and give it a try too. Probably in a lighter, maybe a 10 or a 15. So, and I will try that out hopefully this year or maybe in the next year, we'll see. But braid doesn't seem to have an ending shelf life, so which is nice. So you can keep that in the box for quite a while. The other stuff that I've picked up to use is fluorocarbon, which a lot of people like using. And we picked some up here. So I have Yo-Zuri hybrid in 15 pound test. Now I'm probably not going to spool this on a full reel. I will probably most likely use this as leader material, which I will take about anywhere from 5 to 10 feet of it and tie it to my braid. So when my bait is out in the water, especially like a chatterbait, even sometimes top water, and jerk baits and things like that, or even an inline spinner, will make that bait almost look invisible as it's coming through to give that presentation that it's by itself and nothing's pulling on it. So that stuff is very good for that. It goes almost invisible in the water. So that's the Yo-Zuri hybrid. I've also been messing around and playing with the Spiderline Easy Floral, okay, which I got lucky and picked this up for $3 at Walmart on clearance. Now, I've been back there a few times. They do not have any left where I shop at, but at yours they might. So this is 10-pound test floral. Okay, I'm going to take this out of the box. I'll show you the floral. So, like I say, it's very clear. It's mono's cousin, I would call it. So, there is some, let's see if we can get that right there. See, a nice mono. Now, once this gets dipped into the water, if I had a cup, I'd show you, but this almost goes pretty invisible in the water. You can almost not see it, so which is nice. So that, like I say, that gives that presentation and whatnot in the water to let that bait look like it's being pulled by absolutely nothing. So like I say, it's one of those things I tie on as a leader material. I have used this stuff on a rod with braid for my Ned rig setup. And we've done some pretty good fishing with it. So also like different pound test line, different pound test, which is like 10 I have, 15, I have 17 in the Berkley. They all tie on to different rods and things like that. You can pick and choose what you want, but like I say, it's 10 pound I'd put with my 15 pound test braid, 17 I would put with 30 pound braid, 15 pound test I would put with my 20 pound braid. So, and all because of diameter size. If you go too big on your braid with floral or mono for leader material, it's not going to go through the guides of your rod very nicely, and it's going to mess up and can potentially break. So getting back to braid, like I said at the beginning, there are different colors. So, and what I have set up right now on one of my spinning setups is High-Vis Yellow. High-Vis Yellow is nice because you can see that subtle movement if the fish are being real picky, where the green you can't, because the green is meant to blend in. Now, I have not yet come across the yellow high-vis line spooking any fish while you're fishing with it, but when you're using that and those fish don't want to really bite, but that small subtle nibble, you see that line move a lot better than you do with the green. So I've also set it up on a bait caster, so when I'm fishing top water, I can see where that bait's gone, because sometimes you throw your top water out there, your frog or popper, into those weeds and you lose where your bait is. But that high-vis yellow line, you can follow it real quick and see, okay, my bait's right there in that muck. So another one that I use, that I have set up, I don't have the reel on a rod right now, but is Cajun Red by Daiwa J-Braid. It's nice. This stuff here is from China, so their pound test is a little different the way they make it to us. So this one here is a 12 pound braid, so but it's the same diameter as our 10 pound test. So but it's just the way they label their stuff. So and those are the types of lines that I use. So I will be picking up some more stuff down the road, but for now, I'm really happy with what I use. So, like I say, if you can't find it at your local store or your local tackle shop, you can search it online and order some in. I might make an order for some hyper braid, but we'll see what happens. And for now, so I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a little bit since I've been posting videos, but thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. That way you get these videos. And I'm thinking down the road, I might do a giveaway video. So I'm trying to put a little package together. So stay tuned for that. And we'll see what happens there with you as a subscriber. And we'll maybe do a little giveaway draw of some kind. We'll figure that out. And from there, we'll have some more fun. All right, guys, tight lines. Thanks for tuning in.